Hello, television family. We are back for a Thursday and a Friday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Quick explanation. If you're watching this show live right now on Thursday, December 26th at 7 o'clock, we're going to replay the show tomorrow. We want a 3-day weekend. It's a weird week because Christmas falls right in the middle of the week on Wednesday yesterday. And so we're trying to figure out how we want to fill out the rest of the week because we want some downtime. We deserve a nice little 3-day weekend. So what we decided is that today's show, Thursday, will also air on Friday. So don't be confused. But the forecast isn't going to really change that much. Get ready for a lot of rain. Very wet. The winter storm warning has expired. Still some light snow coming down. And then it's going to be rain and wind today, and then rain, and then rain, and then more rain, and then heavy rain, and then rain. We'll see the sun again after today come Monday. All those details are coming up. We'll have some news to get your way. Sports pretty light, as you know by now. We'll preview the bowl schedule for today and tomorrow. And of course the Seahawks have a game Thursday night against the Bears. Got to win to make the playoffs. We'll have all that. And our good buddy Ray McNeil, who used to, of course, work for one of our old parent companies, Local Telecommunications, has been living in Australia for about the last 6.5 years, but he still has a lot of love for the Wenatchee Valley. Ray is the host of your weekly tech update, which has new episodes every week right here on the NCWLIFE channel. They just celebrated a milestone, the 300th episode of your weekly tech update. So we chatted with Ray via Zoom. Ray in Australia, me here. We'll have that for you in the back half of the program. It's always good to visit with our friend Ray McNeil. So we're done with the snow for the most part. It's going to be replaced by wind. Here's a slide from the National Weather Service. Quite a bit of wind today and quite a bit of snowmelt too, I might add. We're going to see temperatures well into the 40s today. So if you have going to go out and run some errands on this Boxing Day and you don't like the way the roads are right now, wait for a couple of hours and we start seeing some significant snowmelt. And then this afternoon, we're going to see some wind. It's cloudy right now. Gradually, the sun will come out. By late in the day, by 3:34, it'll be a lot of sun and a lot of wind. So be forewarned, especially if you're heading out to the basin. And this is your 1-hour snowfall totals expected in the mountain passes today. So as you can see, if you look all the way down at the bottom, Stevens Pass, starting at about 9 o'clock today, it's going to start getting about an inch of snow an hour. So this is each individual square represents 1 hour of what they think the snowfall will be. Now, the last I checked, chains were required on both Stevens and Snoqualmie, and traction tires were required on Blewett. So all the passes are going to get snow. Stevens is going to get quite a bit of snow in the middle to late part of the morning before it tapers off. So this is the snowfall per hour. Each block represents 1 hour. As you can see, Stevens and I-90 are going to be a little dicey mid to late morning into the early afternoon hours on what is expected to be a very heavily traveled day after Christmas. From the National Weather Service, again, clouds this morning, sunshine this afternoon, and wind. The snow level right now is at our level. It's about 1,000 feet. It's going to go all the way up to 3,000 feet or so this afternoon. Again, sunshine by the afternoon hours, very windy, and a high of 42. Very warm. Our normal high is 32. That's the overnight low tonight. Tonight, rain. Overnight low of about 32. Friday, rain. Most of it in the morning. A lot of rain on Friday morning. High of 40. Friday night, rain. Overnight low of about 35. Saturday, rain in the morning and then sunshine in the afternoon, and a high of 44. Saturday night, rain. 34 for the overnight low. Sunday, rain, and a lot of it. Snow level at 2,500 feet on Sunday, about 40 for the afternoon high. Lots of sunshine back on Monday, finally, and we'll dry out, and we'll get back down to near normal temperatures. All of those afternoon highs are above normal, and again, once we get through this afternoon and the early evening hours with the clear skies, rain returns tonight, rain on Friday, rain Saturday morning, rain on Sunday, rain on Sunday night. It's going to be wet with snow in the upper elevations. Going to take a break and come back with your Thursday and Friday morning headlines. I'm trying not to confuse you. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCWLIFE channel.
Lagoon Pool and Spa, located on South Wenatchee Ave, has the largest selection of spas and swim spas in town. Stay cool this summer in an artesian swim spa and use it all year long. We enjoy helping families reconnect one spa at a time. Hot tubs are proven to improve sleep and decrease arthritis pain. Our passion is water, so please bring us a water sample, and we will help you diagnose your pool or spa water for free. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, your pool and spa experts.
The family at the Epladolin want to help your loved one feel at ease in their new home environment. Epladolin offers beautiful one-bedroom and studio apartments. Residents enjoy 3 delicious home-style meals a day, laundry service, housekeeping service, and encouragement to make themselves cozy in their new home. Epladolin welcomes your family to come and visit their family. Epladolin, independent and assisted living. They make the complicated easy for you. Call today for a tour.
Medicare annual election period is here, and the rumors are true. Health Alliance and Assurance Northwest Medicare Advantage plans are not available beginning January 1st, 2025. Now, there are 2 new Medicare Advantage plans that will be replacing them. But to quickly answer many of your questions, go to our website and click on Plan Termination. You can also come to one of our sales and education meetings. You don't have to be a current client. We'll be providing everyone a folder with step-by-step instructions on finding a new plan for next year.
Let Mary Maid's custom cleaning experts help you clean up your to-do list. Between work, kids, and pets, it's hard to find time to keep up. Let Mary Maids of Wenatchee help. Mary Maid's cleaning experts can help keep your home or business fresh, neat, and exactly how you'd clean it, if only you had the time. Call now for a free estimate, 509-663-1710. Serving Chelan and Douglas counties, Mary Maids, let us help.
It's a live shot of our Freda camera, by the way. 32 degrees right now, 42 for the afternoon high on this Thursday, but lots of sun and lots of wind this afternoon. Rain returns tonight and a pretty wet weekend, all things considered, with a lot of rain for most of our viewing area. It's 7 minutes after the hour. An East Wenatchee holiday display has been cut short by Douglas County officials after allegedly contributed to a Grant Road traffic accident. Nelson Family Lights is a display that involves more than 50,000 incandescent bulbs, and they attract a lot of people, about 1,400 vehicles to their location on Annie's Fun Farm. Since it opened for the holidays, well, operator Nick Nelson received notice on Christmas Eve morning that mud tracked from the farm onto Grant Road had frozen, and that led to a vehicle crash. The County Transportation Office and Fire Marshal deemed the operation a public nuisance, ordered it to cease immediately. Nelson Family Lights operates by donation, and the display had not been granted a county permit. Nelson said he's disappointed by the decision, not sure if the display will return at its current location next year. Moses Lake Police arrested a man Saturday for allegedly dealing fentanyl openly in a public park near City Hall. 39-year-old Juan J. Gonzalez now faces charges of drug possession and delivery. He was arrested after a city employee reported seeing him selling fentanyl to a person in Civic Park, and video surveillance allegedly captured Gonzalez selling drugs to 2 other people. Moses Lake Police, who contacted Gonzalez outside the public library, said they found him carrying about an ounce of fentanyl powder. They expect also to bring charges against his alleged customers. A second man who police say they found smoking fentanyl in the park during the arrest of Gonzalez, also taken into custody. The city of Chelan had a flaw in its accounting that left it underreporting the amount of money it took in and spent during 2022. That's the finding from a new state auditor's assessment of the city's financial accounts. In mandatory reports to the state, the city of Chelan reported revenues of $1.2 million. That was actually $1.2 million lower than their actual revenues, as well as ending cash balances about $90,000 lower. The city said it was a result of staff turnover and complexities in its public works building capital project, as well as an accidental failure to report funds associated with the Lake Chelan Sewer District. The city of Chelan told the state those oversights have since been corrected. 2 Mission View Elementary School students have new bikes after they participated in the school's annual holiday can contest. About 150 number 10 cans decorated Mission View's cafeteria over the holiday season, and they took on the form of top hats, wheels on a monster truck, and gingerbread houses. The can designs are done by the students who have their names entered into a drawing to win a bike once they turned in their completed cans. Nutrition Services Manager Joanne Walker began this tradition 3 years ago. She and her husband Mike personally provide the bikes for the giveaway. Walker, by the way, is stepping down from work at the school to spend time with her family, but she spoke to us about the contest.
I was kind of looking for something to help decorate the cafeteria, and I think what started it was I saw a really cute can decoration on Pinterest, and it just kind of evolved from there, and kind of winged it, and this is what it's grown into. We take number 10 cans, which are the large cans, and we save them for about a month, and we hand them out just before Thanksgiving, and then the kids come and bring their decorated cans back, and their name goes into a drawing, and we display the cans for 3 weeks before the Christmas break, and then we have a big assembly on Friday before we go on break, and we hand out a couple of bikes. I thought that if there was something to some initiative, that I would have a good response. And I do know that, you know, some of the kids here in our school aren't able to have a bike or get these kind of things for Christmas, and so I thought it'd be kind of neat to be able to give them out. I know the kids like it, and it really helps me and my staff bond with the kids and have a relationship, because they come up and it gives us a chance to, you know, get to know them and more, and because Christmas seems to be like just when they're starting to get settled in and get comfortable being at school, and so we are able to, you know, learn their names, and it just kind of gives you that bond. And the first year I did it, I had a couple of kids come up and give me their cans, so I have them personally in my Christmas decorations for my mantle. It's amazing how much what they think of to do. The characters and stuff that they've done, and they're just, some of them are just beautiful. Do you know that some of these cans, the parents have participated in this event, which I think is a great thing. It gives the families time to spend together and make cans. A lot of these kids have been here 3 and 4 years. I've seen kids now in 8 years go from kindergarten to graduate in 5th grade and from here, and it's, you see them grow up and you get attached to them, and they're your family.
And finally, the Wenatchee Valley Symphony is among a lot of really cool organizations, more than 50 of them as a matter of fact, that shares in the new Legacy Fund grant program from the Community Foundation of North Central Washington. Beyond the Arts, the fund, which was established this year, contributes to housing, education, food security in our area. Donations can be channeled to specific communities, and over, check out the money they raised, $438,000. That's a lot. To be distributed, all kinds of recipients, including the Kashmir Museum of Pioneer Village, the Common Ground Community Housing Trust, the Leavenworth Summer Theater, the Wenatchee River Institute, and Cancer Care of North Central Washington. Good for you. That's the news at 14 minutes after the hour. Special newscast tonight, we're going to re-air Campus Crisis, the documentary regarding the problems at Wenatchee Valley College. That'll air tonight, and then tomorrow it's right back out to Molly Linville's farm in the Palisades. So no newscast tonight or tomorrow. We'll be back at it on Monday, but we won't be working really hard. And don't forget, if you're out and about and you see something that makes news, send us an email, news@ncwlife.com. You like college football? You're going to like the next couple of days. Sports is next. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCWLIFE channel.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, located on South Wenatchee Ave, has the largest selection of spas and swim spas in town. Stay cool this summer in an artesian swim spa and use it all year long. We enjoy helping families reconnect one spa at a time. Hot tubs are proven to improve sleep and decrease arthritis pain. Our passion is water, so please bring us a water sample, and we will help you diagnose your pool or spa water for free. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, your pool and spa experts.
It's true. Health Alliance and Assurance Northwest Medicare Advantage plans are terminating coverage, and they will no longer be available for you beginning January 1st, 2025. So you have two big options. One, join one of the two new Medicare Advantage plans, WellCare or Humana. Or number two is go back to original Medicare and join a supplement and a Part D drug plan. But there's so much more to discuss here, so here are some suggestions to get you started. Go to our website or call your local Springwater Insurance office for more information.
The family at the Epladolin want to help your loved one feel at ease in their new home environment. Epladolin offers beautiful one-bedroom and studio apartments. Residents enjoy 3 delicious home-style meals a day, laundry service, housekeeping service, and encouragement to make themselves cozy in their new home. Epladolin welcomes your family to come and visit their family. Epladolin, independent and assisted living. They make the complicated easy for you. Call today for a tour. Sports. There are 8 college football games, count them 8, coming up today and tomorrow. So grab your popcorn and your beverage and go at it. Here is the schedule for today and tomorrow. It starts at 11 o'clock this morning. Pittsburgh and Toledo in the game above Sports Bowl. Then you got Rutgers and Kansas State in the Rate Bowl. And then tonight, the 68 Ventures Bowl. That's Arkansas State and Bowling Green, all on ESPN. Friday, football all day. Oklahoma and Navy in the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. Georgia Tech and Vanderbilt in the Birmingham Bowl. The AutoZone Liberty Bowl kicks off at 4. That's Texas Tech and Arkansas. Friday night's finale is USC and Texas A&M in the SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl. I don't know what that is. And then, of course, the Holiday Bowl, what's left of the Washington State Cougars. They've had 30 players enter the transfer portal, and they don't have a coach. Anyway, they'll take on Syracuse and San Diego tomorrow night at Fox. Seahawks, of course, have to win. They have to win tonight at Soldier Field in Chicago against the Bears if they ever have a chance of making the playoffs. It's pretty weak as it is, but they have to win tonight. That's on Prime and on Fox 13 if you have that. The rest of the NFC West schedule, of course, they need help from the Cardinals. The Seahawks do. They play Arizona. Will take on L.A. on Saturday against the Rams, and we need Arizona to win. San Francisco wraps up the weekend at home on Monday Night Football against the Lions. Seattle needs to win out, and Arizona needs to beat L.A. for us to have any legitimate shot of making the playoffs. And those are just some of the games that people are playing. And today, for your obscure holiday, is National Thank You Note Day. It's the day after Christmas, and you have handwritten thank you notes that you send off to all the people who got you the Christmas presents that you really liked, and even those that you didn't like. The idea of the thank you note is kind of petered out over the years. I don't know why people like getting thank you notes. It's the perfect time to write a thank you note. It doesn't even necessarily have to be Christmas related. So send out a thank you note or 2 or 3, because the idea of writing thank you notes is vanishing from our culture for reasons I don't know. I'm not a sociologist, but I play one on TV. 19 minutes after the hour, today in history. Behind my shoulder is the actual contract between the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees, finalized and signed on December 26, 1919. Babe Ruth is sold from the Red Sox to the Yankees to begin the curse of the Bambino. It wasn't publicly announced until early the next year. Of course, over the following 83 years after Babe Ruth became a Yankee, the Yankees would win 39 American League pennants and 26 World Championships. The Red Sox would win 4 pennants and no championships until they finally broke the curse in 2004. 61 years ago today, the Beatles, the 45. I saw her standing there on side A, and I Want to Hold Your Hand on side B. Or was it the other way around? They're both great songs. I Want to Hold Your Hand is released. In the United States, Beatlemania comes knocking on our door. Capitol did not want to release that 45 until the early part of 1964, but radio stations on the East Coast started playing I Want to Hold Your Hand, and they didn't really have much of a choice. They put a $40,000 publicity campaign behind it, and in a very short period of time, the Beatles would arrive on American shores and change American popular culture. That was on the state in 1963. And the late lamented Soviet Union called it a day. December 26, 1991, the Supreme Soviet meets and says, we're done. Mikhail Gorbachev resigns. The Soviet Union is disbanded. Who gets all the nuclear weapons? They gave that to Boris Yeltsin. So for all intents purposes, the Soviet Union comes to an end 33 years ago today. Speaking of communism, for birthdays, when I read this stat, I couldn't believe it. Half of all millennials have no idea who Chairman Mao was. Chairman Mao, the undisputed dictator of China, the founding father of the People's Republic of China, born in the state in 1893, he was the chairman of the Communist Party in China from 1949 until he died in 1976. This man had a profound impact on the history of the world, and about half of all American millennials have never even heard of Mao Zedong, born in the state in 1893. That ain't good. And two baseball Hall of Famers, Carlton Pudge Fisk of the Boston Red Sox, inducted into the Hall of Fame in the year 2000. Of course, he also had a great career with the Chicago White Sox. Carlton Fisk is 77 years old today, and a lot of people think this guy might be the best shortstop ever. The Wizard, Ozzie Smith, spent his entire career with the St. Louis Cardinals. He's in the Hall of Fame class of 2002. Ozzie Smith is 70 years old today. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. They are our platinum sponsors. If you have an older home but a newer HVAC system, you may discover that you have one room that's 80 and the other is 60. That's a zonal problem, but the folks at Alpine Air, they're really good at trying to figure out how to make every room in your house the temperature you want it to be. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. Mike Benatti has an opinion. It's something to think about. And then a great conversation with my good buddy, Ray McNeil. I love talking with Ray. This guy is smart. He knows his stuff. He is the host of your weekly tech update, which just celebrated a milestone episode. We'll talk with Ray when we come back. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCWLIFE channel.
NCWLIFE channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Watch the Apple Blossom Festival Top 10 process on the NCWLIFE channel on Tuesday, January 7th, with the top 10 speeches at 1 o'clock and the announcement at 6. Coverage is brought to you in part by our platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Together for Youth, and Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center. Watch the top 10 speeches live on Facebook and the top 10 announcements on the stream and TV on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and everybody's entitled to my opinion. Now, you ever think about this? You have a girlfriend or a wife that sometimes you don't treat them very nice. You figure, hey, this is my private life. It's nobody's business if I'm a jerk now and then. Besides, you think the wife, the girlfriend, she's sometimes less than pleasant herself. So it's her fault if I get mad at her and call her names or something like that. Well, let me tell you, there's a good chance that someone's therapist knows all about you. I mean, you never know. If you ask any mental health professional, they'll be able to tell you that they have a client or two whose significant other has no idea they've sought therapy. I tell you, that's something that maybe you should think about. This is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and that's my opinion.
Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News.
NCWLIFE channel is your local TV station. We're not affiliated with any of the network channels. We're a locally owned, locally managed television station who prides itself on being a reflection and a spotlight on the communities we call home here in North Central Washington. We need to thank our gold supporter, Town Auto Group. Your community, your family, your Town Auto Group. Thanks for watching the NCWLIFE channel.
Plan to hold on here, and he will not.
Tune in to the NCWLIFE channel for coverage of local sports this winter. Coverage is brought to you by Alpine Air Heating and Cooling, Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, Tacos Chava, Together for Youth, and Valley Tractor. Watch East Montana Wenatchee Sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel.
Here's Ruffins now on a breakaway, one-handed jam.
Welcome back to the program. Your weekly tech update with Ray McNeil. Our good buddy Ray McNeil hit a milestone episode not long ago, number 300. He has done 300 half-hour episodes of your weekly tech update from down under the other side of the planet. Let me put this in perspective. 300 episodes. When this show first went on the air, and I'm talking about your weekly tech update with Ray McNeil, when it first went on the air, Elvis was still dead. I mean, that's how long this show has been on the air. And joining me all the way from beautiful Australia is the host of your weekly tech update. It's our good buddy, DJ Ray McNeil. Hi, my friend. How are you?
Hello, Mr. Kuntz. I am doing very well. Merry Christmas from the land down under, where Santa rides a sleigh in the sand and wears shorts and has a surfboard.
Ray is about 16 hours, we think, in time difference. It is 11:30 in the morning where I am at. It is 6:30 the following morning when Ray is. Are you? I can't remember. You're a bit of a night owl, aren't you, Ray? You're kind of a vampire.
Still a night owl. If people remember my early career, many of you heard me at 6 a.m. when I was getting off air, finishing my shift on the radio in the Wenatchee Valley and letting Eric Grandstrom and Steve Hare at the time take over for me. I've been a night owl my whole life. I worked overnights for many years in the Wenatchee Valley. Still have a really hard time going to sleep early and waking up early. Working as late as possible, that's not a problem.
I got to ask you right off the top, the brain, for those of you who don't know, it's a fascinating show. Ray is out and about doing all kinds of really cool stuff for his full-time job, but he's a technical, I don't want to use the word nerd, But this show...
Geek, not a nerd, geek.
Geek, thank you. This show is fascinating for anybody to know what's going on right now and what is coming down the pike in the world of technology. Your first and foremost job, as I watch your weekly tech update, is to entertain, but I get more info than entertainment out of what you do. You're letting people know this is what's coming down the pike. You might as well be ready for it.
We are a news program through and through to the core. We bring entertainment into it. We try to entertain you and keep you interested in the subject matter. But I am here to let everybody know about the newest technology, the coolest technology available. I try to shy away from the dangers of tech because I revel in what is cool and awesome in the world. And there is so many cool things with technology these days. AI is incredible. There are quite a few dangers with that. But talking about when I started the show, AI wasn't really a thing yet. We had Google and its search mechanisms, and that was pretty much it. And to put it into perspective, the iPhone at that time was only 7 years old.
It's older than that now. This is we talked to Ray on this 200th anniversary. That was 2 years ago because he does a show basically every week with a couple of breaks. So it's been 2 years since we last chatted via Zoom. And those last 2 years, we've seen a decade's worth of explosion in technology, haven't we?
It's hard to grasp the magnitude of where we've come in the past couple of years. COVID hit and lockdown happened, and it seems like from that we had this massive tech boom of all this new technology that was thought of and created during that lockdown time. Same reason we had a mass flood of entertainment movies and TV shows when lockdown ended. Everybody was stuck in their homes devising what to do next. AI is something that is fascinating, is incredible. If any of you have messed with ChatGPT, it's an incredible tool that can enhance all of our technology across the board. Everything from what we do here to your weekly tech update to video games. AI is becoming expansive in video games, doing everything from enabling NPCs, non-playable characters, to chat with you just like they're a real person, which is crazy and mind-boggling, to making it so AI is the generative brain behind the scenes, so you don't need as powerful as a machine to run really good-looking games. Microsoft and Xbox recently have been doing this push where you can play Xbox games on many different devices. That's really all because of AI, because they're doing a lot of the heavy lifting behind the scenes.
You mentioned COVID. COVID brought isolation, brought a lack of personal one-on-one communication between just everyday human beings. Hey, how are you? You know, that kind of stuff. We thought when COVID went away, we would begin to go back out and become normal people again, that isolation, that self-imposed isolation would kind of go away. It hasn't, and it has really concerned a lot of sociologists and psychologists who said, but you combine this with technology and AI, that the individual human being is not only losing their individuality, but their ability to really communicate with fellow human beings because they don't have to.
It's a double-sided coin type of thing. There is that aspect of it, but then there's the aspect of the technology has brought a lot of us together. When we were in lockdown, we were able to communicate. We were able to see each other face to face, which is not something that I believe they were able to do in that last worldwide lockdown 100+ years ago. But the advancement of technology has definitely isolated people. We've seen has made people more of an introvert than they used to be. But I think it's also had that opposite effect on a lot of people as well. I know many people that no longer sit in their holes in the evening by themselves watching TV. They get online into these massive, expansive worlds and sit around and talk with 20, 30, 40 people every single night and create this community. Technology is all about how you use it and what you make of it. And I think it's a great help in our society and can help those type of things. It just all depends on the particular person and really what you're doing with the technology.
How do you convince older people, and by older people, me, I'm a baby boomer, I'm 60 years old. How can you convince older people not to be scared of the newest technology? Because some of it, quite frankly, is a little scary.
It is very scary. I don't know if I actually have an answer for you, Dan. It's a scary world. Technology is a scary thing. Try to be as safe as possible and be as aware as possible, and you'll be able to enjoy technology as much as possible. But if you go out there and you start looking at the dangers of everything, it's a scary world. And really it always has been, but all of those fears from the world that we've always had are now online. And that online community is in your home on your computer screen on a nightly basis. Let's go back and talk about AI just a little bit more, because one of the scariest things in society right now is AI deepfake scams. I've seen numerous amounts of them online, and I don't know how to show them to people and say, look at what's possible. Don't worry about it. Don't be scared about it. I try to look at the positive side of tech because the scary side of tech is so scary. And I think we just have to deal with that as it comes. With AI, we've got this new deepfake technology, which I have seen these crazy videos that could be somebody just like you and me talking back and forth, Dan. And it could be a complete AI deepfake on the other side. It could be your daughter calling, your mother calling, a family member calling you frantic on a video call saying that they're in deep trouble, they need this amount of money, they've been kidnapped, whatever the case may be. And you could see them on screen just like we're talking, hear the words come out of their mouth, but it's all completely fake and a complete scam. I don't know how to tell everybody to not be fearful of that. Play with technology, enjoy the good side of it, and just be as cautious as possible with the fears and concerns and the security side of things. I do have a recommendation for everybody out there. This is a must these days. If you are using technology, regardless actually, because they can do these deepfake scams over a telephone too, just with voice. The main thing I can suggest that could protect you in these circumstances is get in a room with your loved one. No cell phones around, because I'm pretty sure all of us know that they are listening to us now. It's pretty much confirmed. Get in a room, no cell phones around, just you and your loved one, and come up with a safe word, a password that only you and your family members know. So if you were on a video call and there's something urgent happening and they need your help right away, they need you to wire $10,000, whatever the case may be, that you have that password in place that nobody else knows about, so you can be confident that you're talking to the person that you think you are.
Is the technology going to catch up to the technology? And by that I mean AI deepfakes are out there and they can be extremely hard to detect, almost impossible. But there's also companies out there that are developing software that will tell you you're being deepfaked or this is not real. Kind of like malware was everywhere, and now there's companies that detect malware to protect your computer and your personal information. Is that technology coming down the road where you'll know 10 seconds into a conversation if this is a real person or not?
There is, but like any cheating and misinformation online, it's a battle between the two sides. There's the battle of trying to make everything secure so you know what's going on, and the people doing these deepfake things are then trying to circumvent those securities and make it so it does look genuine. On the flip side of that too, we have entertainment companies that are putting mass amounts of money into this technology so that they can create TV shows, internet shorts, and movies with AI technology. And that's just making it better, making it so it's harder to decipher what is real and what is fake. And why that password I mentioned is probably, from what I've come up with and what I've thought of, the only thing that you could put in place that can secure you from this particular vulnerability.
There's no question in my mind that we're sitting there right now. I got my iPhone on. I'll go home and then I'll maybe hop on Facebook or some sort of just a general Yahoo or Google, and things that you and I are talking about are going to pop up right near the top of my page on Apple News or Google News or whatever. That's how far they've come to try and figure out what you like and you dislike. Facebook has become brilliant at it. It's become brilliant at it. At what point do we want to throw up our hands and say, I don't want to, I appreciate cookies because you're staring me in books and music and movies that I might like, and you know what I like and what I don't like, but at what point do you want to say, please stop?
When you can. I do that myself. I have done that on Facebook, and you can go into your Facebook settings and say, do not send targeted information to me, targeted ads. Do not use my information for advertising purposes. Google has something similar to a limited capacity. You can try to protect yourself as best as you can and put those switches in place when you come to them. Of course, not everybody has that option. Not every website has that option. And again, I think we get back to use the technology, enjoy what it's capable of. The fears will come out, and we will conquer them eventually and make the internet world something that everybody can enjoy and everybody can know what information is going where. Right now, it is not that world. Just saw a story the other day about air fryers that were listening to people's conversations and sending information back to, their home base, wherever that was. There's lots of fears in the world. I take your weekly tech update as an opportunity to bring the good side of tech to the world, to show you the coolest and craziest technology out there, and use technology to entertain you and show you the funny side of tech that's available too. It is because of technology that we get to enjoy and see lots of things that happen in the world now from all over the world. So we are very happy to have that. Before internet, where we got our entertainment of shorts and TikToks and little funny clips was basically only America's Funniest Home Videos.
That shows you how old we are. Tim Cook, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk. Too much power? Are they being responsible with this tremendous machines that they are essentially in charge of when we talk about Apple and Facebook and everything that Elon Musk is involved in? Are they being responsible stewards of what they've created?
Who can tell, really, huh? There's lots of information flowing around all of those people that you just mentioned. We hope that they use their power for good. There's lots of cool technology coming out of those companies these days. Apple has done some fascinating things with virtual reality, or what do they call it? Spatial computing. You can't call it VR around them. They have their own terms. But they've got their spatial computing wearable headset these days, and it's fascinating and amazing. Elon Musk, on the flip side, boy, he has his hands in lots of stuff these days, doesn't he? On the technology side of things, oh man, everything from Tesla to the Boring Company to SpaceX, the Starship landing on, the Starship booster landing on its chopstick arms from the landing pad here just a few months ago was one of the coolest and craziest technology milestones I have seen in my life. Do they have too much power? Are they using it to the best of their ability? Really, who can say at this point? Again, Dan, look at the good side of technology. Enjoy what you have available. I try not to dwell on all the scary sides of tech because it could send you down a dark hole that you cannot escape from. There's lots of security concerns out there. Try to protect yourself the best you can, but enjoy the technology. See what's available out there. If you haven't tried VR yet, go somewhere that will let you try VR. It is one of the most fascinating advancements in technology that we've had in 50 years for sure. Try not to be scared of it. Enjoy it, love it, laugh at the funny things that come from it, and try to protect you and your family from the scammy side of things, because there's so much of it. Just do the best you can. Be very wary, but enjoy it. Technology is cool. Technology is exciting and entertaining, and it will make us an interplanetary species eventually. It will solve world hunger. It will solve the money crisis. Who knows what will happen before that happens, but I'm a Star Trek kid. I grew up in the Star Trek universe, and I long to see the world at that level of sophistication.
I have a Quest 3 VR headset. I love
Woohoo!
it. I just
it's so cool.
It's just a kick in the butt. I regulate my usage of it, because you could slap on the headset and before you know it, 2 hours have passed. So you have to be careful on that. I take it in moderation, but it is fun. It is a blast. I highly recommend people getting into the VR gaming, because it is unlike anything you've ever done before.
Have you worked in VR yet?
I have not worked in VR. I have a VR desk. I'm still getting used to it. What set me way up, I've been playing VR games since I got my first VR. I'm on my second one now. I'm on the latest, on the Quest 3. Flight Simulator. Flight Simulator with the headset is like insanely fun.
Beautiful, isn't it? And one of the best looking games in VR right now too. And they're coming out with amazing games in VR and AAA quality games from the Alien franchise. There's one called Behemoth that is incredible. It's for PlayStation VR, if I remember correctly. It might be a PC game too. The technology has advanced leaps and bounds over the past several years, and working in VR is quite fun too. I have to edit your weekly tech update. I sit down every week. I go through all of the clips. I edit all the audio. I do it all myself on my home computer. And sometimes I do it in VR, and it's incredible. My setup that I have here is quite expansive. I've got a couple 43-inch monitors sitting around us right now. But when I'm in VR, I have 50-inch monitors, and I have 4 of them set up all around me. And I've got one that's my editing program, one that's the clips that I'm importing, one that's the audio editor. And it's fascinating and a lot of fun to actually be able to work in VR. You can actually do that same thing as a collaborative effort with other people now with the Quest 3, and that's quite fascinating too.
Quick note for your parents. We're running out of time with Ray McNeil, host of your weekly tech update. I want to stress this to you parents out there. There are Quest VR games that require your kids, or you, if you're into it, to move around a lot. And I like that because we talk about sedentary lifestyles and kids not eating well and not exercising. It is the dead of winter as we tape this, but there are games that I've played in VR. You're in a virtual fantasy world fighting off enemies with whatever you got going on, and you're working up a sweat, and you're working out, and you get your heart rate up, and you get there. So I just wanted to point that out to you parents out there. The last thing we want is our kids sitting on their butt. That is not the case with VR. There are games that will actually make you a healthier person from a cardiovascular standpoint. Ray, before I cut you loose, we're going to show the video that you sent me this morning. Preview what people are about ready to see. This is from your 300th episode, and this is how you close out every episode. Talk about what we're about ready to see.
Not quite how we close out every episode. How we close out every episode is after my outro, and it's called This Week's Moment of Joy. And it's the cute side of the internet, the cute baby videos, the cute animal videos and whatnot. Right before that, I do this week's episode of What The? And that is the stories from the internet that make you think, what the? Coming up on the program this week, we have a kangaroo that actually obeys traffic laws, an alligator that was not allowed to come into a ballpark because they wouldn't consider it an emotional support animal. I don't know. We live in a crazy world. And something from the 1930s that protected pedestrians on the road. Check this out.
Here we go.
A U.S. stadium has barred the entrance of an emotional support alligator. The alligator named Wally was barred from entering the stadium to meet the players of the Philadelphia Phillies, though he's still hoping a meetup will be possible in the future. Stunt driver Mike Ryan has just brought his Fast and Furious skills to the real world by jumping a Lotus truck and trailer over an F1 car. Serious. Check this thing out. He's riding down the highway and police pull him over like this. Are those bungee cords? Another what the moment is this video that surfaced online from 1939.
But the results needn't always be serious. Thanks to the inventive minds of two Sheffield engineers, the safety scoop has arrived. It can be fitted to bumpers or take the place of them.
So my question is, Ray, and this might be the best way to top this, buddy. Where do you find this stuff? Not just those cute little segments that you throw in there like we just saw, but the entire show. How do you find all of these things to put together a cohesive show that is not only entertaining and informative, but it actually makes sense? Where do you get all this stuff?
I'm obsessed. I can't put it better than that. I've spent my life, my adult life, browsing the internet, looking for the coolest and craziest technology available. Even if I wasn't on the air, even if I wasn't showing everybody in the world all of this crazy stuff, I want to check it out myself. I want to be able to play with the newest game consoles, the newest VR headsets. It excites me. It's fascinating, and I want to bring that excitement and that fascination to everybody in the world. There's so much talk. We've talked about it a lot on today's talk, that of the scary side of the internet, the scary side of technology. There is that aspect, but I just try to ignore it, and I try to enjoy it and relish in the excitement that is tech in this day and age and everything that it encompasses. And I spend all of my time browsing the internet for all of the coolest stuff. Reddit is a great resource, but I have 60, 70 different websites that I scour every single week. Everything from CNET to Engadget to some shadier websites that seemingly show off some cool things from time to time. It is my passion. It is my obsession. It does not have to be yours. You just have to watch a weekly tech update, and I will serve it to you on a silver platter every week, so you don't have to spend the hours searching online for it.
Your weekly tech update with Ray McNeil, and it is a fascinating program. Ray is on top of whatever is going on out there. He has great relationships with the vendors. Last question, Ray, before I cut you loose. You start out your day, you got your cup of coffee, you click on the internet. What's your homepage? The first site you visit every day when you get up in the morning?
The homepage of the internet, Reddit.
There you go. My good friend Ray McNeil, say hi to your family down there, down under. Get your butt up here to the United States.
Hi to my family in Wenatchee as well. I love you all. I miss you all. Local Tel, the NCWLIFE channel, everybody from Wenatchee and the Valley itself. I wish I could bring some of the summertime weather to you right now. I know it's a bit cold, but stay safe, stay healthy, stay warm, and Merry Christmas, everybody.
Love you, Ray. Don't forget, folks, if you go to our homepage, NCWLIFE, click on Program Guide, you will see all the dates and the times that your weekly tech update with Ray McNeil airs, with new episodes airing at what time and what day each week?
Every Monday at 8:30, and then rebroadcast 6 times a week on the NCWLIFE channel.
Ray McNeil, my friend, have a great summertime down south, and we'll be in touch. And we will be right back.
Plan to hold on here, and he will not. Tune in to NCWLIFE channel for coverage of local sports this winter. Coverage is brought to you by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, and Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Watch eSpots at Wenatchee Sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel.
Away, one-handed jam.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure, on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
BC Outdoor Sport Fishing TV, Season 14. Join your host Mike Mitchell and his special guests as they explore some of the most exciting fisheries BC has to offer. BC Outdoors Sport Fishing TV. Check your listings for airtimes.
What once was old now is new to the NCWLIFE channel. Tune in for Bonanza, Superman, The Andy Griffith Show, The Beverly Hillbillies, The Invisible Man, The Lone Ranger, and The Lucy Show. Check your program guide for classic programming on NCWLIFE channel, your local TV station.
All right, before we send you on your way, if you'll indulge me, a little shop talk. First of all, if you're just joining us, it is either Thursday or Friday. Let me explain. The folks who put together this award-winning program, Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, which you're watching right now, we really wanted a 3-day weekend, but it's kind of hard to pull off when the holiday, in this case Christmas, falls right smack dab in the middle of the week. Well, our news crew was able to finagle between vacation days and time off and some other stuff to be able to take some downtime during the holidays. We didn't quite have that luxury here at Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. So what we've decided to do is that today's show, which is Thursday, is also going to air tomorrow on Friday. So if you're watching this show Friday at 7:57 in the morning, it's actually Thursday at 7:57 in the morning. Don't ask me why, but that was about the only way we could pull it off. So the award-winning crew who puts together this program can actually have a 3-day weekend. And speaking of the news, there'll be no newscast on Thursday or Friday night of our regular newscast with Grant in the anchor chair and the latest stories and features and sports with Eric and the weather forecast. Again, they wanted to have some downtime over the holidays, so we're going to replay Campus Crisis on Thursday the 26th, that great documentary that was put together by 3 of our top flight people back in October about some pretty strange stuff going on at Wenatchee Valley College. I'm sure you've seen it. In case you missed it, Campus Crisis will air Thursday, and then we're right back out to Molly Linville's Farm, a great documentary that Jefferson Robbins and some ginger-haired guy put together last summer. We'll have that for you on Friday during the normal newscast. A couple of quick slides. It's going to be very windy this afternoon. The snow is already all but done here in the Wenatchee Valley. It's going to be replaced by sunshine, and a lot of it, and very windy conditions, and very mild too. So a lot of snow melt is going to be coming our way. And if you're traveling to the mountain passes, this is how much snow they're expecting per hour today on the major mountain passes. And as you can see, both Squamish Pass and Stevens Pass from about 10 a.m. to about noon are going to see snow at about an inch an hour. So be forewarned, it could be a little dicey if you're heading over the river and through the woods. From the National Weather Service, sunshine this afternoon, wind this afternoon once we get there, and a high of 42. Our normal high is 32. That's warm. 32 for the overnight low tonight, rain. Friday, rain. And a high of about 39 or 40. Friday night, rain. Overnight low of about 35. Saturday, rain in the morning, sunshine in the afternoon, high of about 41. Rain returns on Saturday night, rain on Sunday night, and then not too bad on Monday and Tuesday. That's it for us. Have a good weekend. Feels strange to say. We'll see you Monday. Bye-bye.